This is the new 2021 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It's about 2 weeks old, and as an owner of a YJ, a TJ, two JKs, and now this JL, I'll give you my owner review of what I think of this after 2 weeks of driving it. So first off, I've got also a build sheet that brought this Wrangler up to $74,560 with all of the options, and we'll go through some of those. And it's pretty much fully loaded as I wanted it from the factory. And we'll start from the back here. I just installed a Hollywood SR1 bike rack on this, as we probably have a few more days of bike riding before the snow falls. But I'm still trying to figure out a way to get it to sit a little bit more flush, because it wobbles a little bit, so I have to do some strap tightening there, but we'll review that later. So first off, this Wrangler is pretty loaded, and the big feature that I really wanted is the emergency braking and adaptive cruise control. So that feature you can see by when it has that sensor on the windshield. That means it has the adaptive cruise control package, and this one happens to also have the integrated front camera as well as the additional Mopar black satin grille. It's got steel bumpers. It's got the bigger tire package. I actually prefer the BF Goodrich tires that are available on these rims, but I wasn't able to get those tires with them. My older JK, which is here, actually has these, and these are a bit smaller size, but I do prefer them. I do find them a little bit quieter on the road than these bigger mud terrain tires. So if we'll go have a look inside, just actually finished, you can see there's a slight tint on it. Put a 30% tint on this yesterday, so I can't open the front windows yet. But if we go inside, you can see here, that's the button for the adaptive cruise control. And the other big feature on 2021 that they put on is they changed the four-wheel drive system to compete with the Ford Bronco to have a 4 auto button and then the 4-wheel high button. So that's new, because previously it was just 4-wheel high, which all of the wheels move at the same time, and it wasn't great for driving in dry weather or wet conditions if you were taking turns. This one acts more like an all-wheel drive system that you would find in a regular vehicle. So I've tried that out a couple times and it works great. So let's just go in here and check out some of the features. You can see it's got the sticker to not roll down the windows. If I turn it on, the ignition has the V6, but it's still a decent sounding vehicle. It's compared to the JK, has a lot more acceleration despite it being a 4-cylinder, because the turbo in this kicks in at a very low RPM. It's not like the old turbos where you have to wait for a higher RPM to get the boost. So I'll just gas it a little bit. You can see it sort of sounds like a 4-cylinder, but acceleration is quite good, and I'm quite happy with it. So this is the leather package in here. I'll show you by comparison on the JK how the interior looks, and here you can see now they've added the garage door and home link and SOS and so forth. And this one also happens to have the Mopar package for the roof. So that's a little bit of sound deadening. I installed that on a previous JK that I had, and I found it to be a little bit quieter on the highway, and also better sound acoustics for the stereo, which is the Alpine stereo here. So on this JK, you can see by comparison how Spartan it is. I just changed the Sunrider top today to the black hardtop for the winter. And this one doesn't have lumbar support, so I have a lumbar pad attached here just for extra support because it's just too flat. These seats are the 75th anniversary seats that they made available only in 2016. So they're half leather, half fabric, and they're actually quite comfortable because they're quite soft. And both these cars have child seats in them, so you can see here just the fit in this one with 2 child seats. There's still enough space for the kids to put their feet. The seats have to be a little bit back, but that one is almost all the way back. And by comparison on this one, here's how the 2 seats line up. So decent space for the kids still to sit. And here's how it looks from here. So I'll show you the clarity of the cameras on the front and back. It really is quite good. So I find the fastest way to put them on is there's the back camera and there's the front camera. And this one actually follows the track of the wheels. So there's the rear camera as well too. Pretty good. This one actually has parking sensors in the back as well. So that's quite handy. So if we take a look at this build sheet, some of the optional equipment in here. So it's the cold weather package, so that's the heated steering wheel and heated seats. It's also got the soft touch leather package, which on the parking brake and on here, I do find the steering wheel a little bit thin to the grip compared to the JK. I also drove the Gladiator Mojave. I found that the grips, especially on the 10 and 2, were quite a bit wider. But it also has the trailer tow package, which is great, I find, if you want to pull something heavy or put a big hitch on there. The LED light group, which is key. I'll show you on the JK the lights that I upgraded to. It's the JW speaker, which are quite expensive, so these ones you can kind of buy with LEDs already. Of course, the upgraded size sound system with the Alpine radio. We've got a soft top out in storage right now, a safety group, which I really wanted in terms of blind spot monitoring and the park sensing. Advanced safety group, which is automatic headlight control, so that's a cool feature when an oncoming vehicle is coming in plain darkness. It auto turns off the high beams and then puts them back on. Brake warning, which I've tested out and that works pretty well. Forward collision warning and adaptive cruise, which we talked about already. Steel bumper, hardtop headliner, the Mopar door stills. So that's what those look like there. Floor mats and the 8-speed automatic transmission, which is paired with that 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. Proximity key, and that's also got remote start. The body colored top, the black grille, which we mentioned. You see the price for that. Body colored fender flares, and then those mud terrain tires, which I would have preferred the BF Goodrich, but we'll see if maybe we swap those out. The Mopar grab handle kit, which I believe are those things right there. And then the big one here, I find that I didn't have on the last one, is the Mopar gate hinge reinforcement. So $900, but it reinforces the rear tailgate so that it can hold more weight, like a bigger tire. Or I put bikes on the back, so I wanted to ensure that it can hold the weight of those bikes and I can swing it open without any worry. Integrated off-road camera. I don't know why you have to pay for this Jeep Trail Rated kit. I think every one of them has it. And then the taxes and surcharges. So I'll do additional review on the 4-wheel drive at a later point to show you how it drives. But this is the 2021 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. Leave me a comment if you want me to review anything else in this.